so we got in, the first 6 months we spent, first 3 months, we spent preparing for the consult, the Kawangware consult, and living in the religious house in Nairobi. And Joe came over and with a team, and they had identified Kawangware as the village right outside. It was just on the edge of town of Nairobi, with using all the set of criteria that had been developed for where you would locate one of these things at that point. And I remember the first walkthrough that we did with Joe and the whole crowd walking through Kawangware. And the kids would come up, and the word for white person in Swahili is wazungu, which means a person who has lost their blackness, which from an anthropological point of view now is pretty clear that that's exactly what a white person is a person who has lost their blackness because they moved into climates where you don't need that melatonin in your skin. So and they would come up and they just gather around, and it was like kind of dogs that want to lick you. I mean, they would just be up and wiping, seeing if it would come off, if there was some way you could really show up, you were really black underneath there. And I remember walking through Kawangware and just thinking at the time that we were going to change the world. This was going to happen. And so we moved into Ndwaru's Cafe, which was the upstairs had rooms in it where prostitutes would hire out, and the downstairs was the bar. And so we moved into the rooms upstairs and did away with one of the major economic development factors in the village at that time, which was the prostitutes. And so I don't know where they went. They had to go somewhere.